Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of a brand new series on my YouTube channel. And this series, I have joined the Resolute SMP server. This is an SMP server similar to what you've probably seen on Hermitcraft, but this is all relatively small content creators working together to create a little community. That's right, I have joined a server, and I will be playing alongside Dukester, Knightfox, Natopower, and MineyLO, which does make me their 5th member. Now, this story doesn't start at the very beginning. As you can see, there are a couple things going on around me already, and none of this actually has anything to do with me. I have had no hand in this. I have had no hand in this whatsoever. But I have joined a couple of weeks late, and like I said, this story doesn't start at the beginning. This episode will encapsulate my first 24 hours on this SMP, and we will be starting towards the end of that 24 hours because Duke and Miney very kindly gave me a tour of this world. It was meant to happen on my first load in, but true to form, I had a couple of technical issues. So they kindly waited until I got my voice proximity chat thing working, and gave me a very long and extensive tour, and there are a couple of funny things that happened along the way. But in the meantime, I will see you on the other side. Hello, future editing Tom here. I just wanted to let you know that I had a bit of trouble with sound in this big next clip. I have never used the proximity voice chat before in a recording, so I wasn't entirely sure what I was doing. I think I have found the problem, so next video that does come out, it should be fixed, but please bear with me, and thank you for your patience.
I like it a lot with my shaders because you can see the reflection of it in the water.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Where'd Miney go? Where?
Oh, she's in the water. I was like, I have no idea what just happened.
You guys came a totally different way than me, I guess.
Good so. Yeah, let's start over. Well, from my perspective, welcome aboard, Tom. Glad to have you.
It's good to finally be
your
here.
Name. Yeah, but I'm happy. I'm happy you're glad to be here. That's fantastic. I'll just hold down tab the entire time so people can see your username.
Why can't you see his name?
Because it's enchantment table situation. Can't see yours either, Miney. It's just chaos.
Okay, I clearly can see who both of you are.
That is good. That is good. Knightfox and Nate could not join us today. Oh, it sounds like it's a funeral or something, but it's not. They're just busy, I think, with other things. So we're gonna do what tour we can, and well, we'll hopefully show you around, Tom, as much as you'd like to see, as much as you don't want to see. We can just avoid. But yes. So this is the little starting area where we spawned in. Of course, you have San Diego, the Dan Diego Nature Preserve, which we had to make a sign for immediately once we started the world, because it was the inside joke that stuck immediately, and now we have our own Hollywood sign, and we'll spit on that. Of course, the public mine shaft over here, which is available for anyone to use and collect all the resources. You are in it, and you head to the right. Eventually, hit the beacon, which of course makes mining all of those blocks so much quicker and enjoyable. Over by the cherry tree, a little bit of the enchantment area, which probably will get a little bit more beautiful as the server goes on, but still something now that everyone has the ability to use and get up to speed. It's pretty
brilliant.
Great.
Must say I've already taken full advantage of that enchanting area.
As you should. The village inn over here, which whole idea is that anybody on their first couple days when joining us can come on in and actually it's pretty barren and we're missing a wall. The wall is my fault, but the idea when we started the server, started along with Nate and Knightfox, is that they would do the interior, which they have not done yet. So eventually it'll be nice in here, but
well, it's off to a pretty strong start.
Well, thank you.
This is the most dicey staircase.
That might get fixed. We'll see.
It's a falling hazard.
So up here, you can pick your room. Miney's over here. We got squid heads.
Of course.
Oh, I forgot. What do I have in here?
Got some valuable dirt.
Oh,
I have good stuff in the little chest. There's the name tag I was trying to find for you. I knew I had one. If you needed to name your horse, you can take it. It's in that chest.
Thank you. I definitely will. I've been looking for a name tag so I can name him.
I was like, I know I have one, and I ransacked my whole house, and I'm like, okay, it's somewhere. I just don't know where.
Oh.
Downstairs, we've got a little bit of everything. All of our community farm. Well, we don't have a beetroot farm, but we have a community beetroot. If somebody ever wanted to make a farm, which I highly doubt will ever happen. But
I'm taking this.
What was it?
It was like almost a full stack of mud bricks.
Damn.
Well.
It said community item, or I'm sorry, community miscellaneous, but still.
That's
a pretty good find.
That's a win. Yeah, taking it.
See, out back, we've got a little outside seating, a little bit of a pub situation going here.
Yes.
There you are. The bartender, can I get something? I don't know.
I got berries.
We can ferment these.
Yeah, you make your own.
That'd be excellent. But, eventually I assume there'll be something on the other side of this little river, but we should be able to fill it all the way up so you'd have access to the ocean from the lake.
You filled up the whole ravine?
Oh, yeah. It took me a couple hours, actually, because I had to dig out each end of it to make sure it connected. But
Duke, that's nuts.
it was fun. But now it's peaceful. This is like a little serene, just want to lay out and enjoy the sounds of nature and Tom drowning, and it's all good.
So serene.
So I'm actually just going to summarize the next couple of bits of this world tour because it actually ended up going for about an hour and a half, and this video is already getting a little bit longer than I was initially intending. So we're going to cut it short, going to give you a quick summary, and then we will recap what is going on. Next, we ventured over and visited Knightfox's house, which honestly looks incredible. Then we stopped over and visited Nate's house. The guys here had tried to prank him by putting some trees right out the front and also a camel on top. Miney's base was next, however she did specifically ask we leave it out of the clip. And then we saw Duke's massive house, which was kind of like a maze inside. After that, jumped into the Nether for the first time and saw the beginnings of what will be the future Nether hub. Then I may or may not have accidentally murked our server owner, which, I mean, oops, but also I did manage to get his head out of it. So now there's two Dukes, and I'm in charge now, so watch out. And then by pure chance, I got a skeleton skull off the first one that I killed, so I'm already one step closer to killing the Wither. Alright, well, that kind of concludes what we went through on the grand tour of this world. I did cut it short just because of how unnecessarily long it was, and there was a lot of detail, and to be quite honest, if you want to learn more about the other Resolute members' builds, you can go see it on their channel, which I will link down below. Now, what have I been up to before all of that, and even after that tour? Well, I have been busy. I found a place that I wanted to settle down and build my house within the spawn area, which is where we did tour around at the very beginning of those clips. So I have chosen this little area over here. Originally, where this did connect up to the river here, this was all of a jungle biome. And then I think the front here was beach, which then goes back into a desert, and then like the red desert bit over there.
So what I did was I went through and dug up all of the dirt that was around here. I chopped down all of the jungle trees, which, as you will be able to see if I can get there quick enough. Where is my wood? Here is my wood. As you can see here, I got a lot of wood out of it. So I haven't actually needed to get any more jungle wood since then. And since I have been going through and terraforming a bit, because as you know, the kind of generic Minecraft landscape, it's quite jagged, it's very blocky, and I wanted to just smooth it out a bit. So after digging everything out, I have since been putting in these little plateaus here, which is bigger, flatter areas, is what I have done already. And as you will be able to see here from my statistics, is the amount of sand and sandstone I've used, dug up, picked up, whatever. It's a lot, considering it was within a 24-hour window. But yeah, I think we're off to a pretty solid start. Like, it's not much for now. It still needs a lot. Here I was just testing with some like textures and how we can kind of make the sand block seem a little bit more interesting by including some birch planks and even some stripped birch logs. I was testing out the dripstone here, but I think it might actually be a bit too dark, and it might be a bit too much of a stark contrast with what we are trying to go for here. What we have also been doing up back here is setting up a bit of a tree farm area. Oh yeah, here's Duke's head. I'm going to keep it. I don't know if this is where it's going to live forever. Probably not. Once I start putting some builds in around here and we actually get this little area going, it might go into its own little prominent spot. But for now, this is where Duke sits. But yes, like I was saying, up here, this is what I have been doing for resource gathering. So we've got the different wood types, the ones that I'm actually going to use. Mangrove I'm not getting as much of because I don't think the red is quite as relevant. I am getting dark oak and the cherry as well, just because I do need to get some of a storage going for it. But for the most part, we will be using a lot of birch, acacia, oak, and spruce. Those will be our main wood pallets for this building area that we have got going here. But for the meantime, this is going to do. I mean, it's a pretty solid setup for the very beginning, and I've got a, what have I got? An efficiency 4 axe. So, I mean, it gets the job done. Initially, I was using the berries as food, which you probably saw through all those clips there, but I have since gone and set up a little potato farm there. So we have got some baked potatoes. I mean, it's not the best form of food. It's no golden carrots, but I mean, it's pretty decent considering it's just a cooked potato, and I ain't mad at that. And like, it's a very little farm. It's probably more than we will ever need, but it's better to have more than not have enough. And here what you'll be able to see is something I have been testing out with custom trees to put within this area, because it's more of like a beach desert vibe. I wanted to try and build some palm trees. And here's a little bird I found, because this is technically a jungle biome. Little fella did spawn here and he was flying around and he was stuck in the water, so I tamed him, put him on top of the tree. I'm not sure how much I love this build structure. Maybe it just needs a little more shrubbery around it. Maybe it needs some more trees in general, because it is currently just one tree. It's quite lonesome. But for the moment, this is what I am going for. We will be going through and adding in a couple of different elements around here, such as sugarcane, potentially some moss as well. Even just livening up the waterways through here, like on the dirt and on the sand, just bringing it more to life and seeing what we can do with this area itself. Is I did go caving. I did go through and get a lot of different resources. We got a bunch of diamonds. We bought fortune off of Miney. We were able to fortune those diamonds, which allowed us to buy mending, so we could put mending on all of our tools. We chopped down a bunch of trees. We did a bunch of terraforming. Oh god, what else did we do? We went exploring. We found some sniffer eggs. We set up a little sniffer farm, which I will show you as soon as I'm finished sleeping. We had a very, very busy 24 hours, and the only reason I kept it busy is because I'm a couple of weeks behind everyone else. most of them have already set up their spawn area house and have started working on a main base area. And they've got lots of farms and such going. And so I had to catch up, and this is what I've done. So I've got a pretty basic setup here for the sniffers. It's just a rail minecart system that will go through and pick up any of the drops that they've got. It'll help with breeding them up to get eggs so other people can get some sniffers. I've got a minecart unloading system here so it can unload everything into the chests. It's empty now because I just went through and put everything in the shopping district, which I will cut to momentarily. And that is the first shop I've opened. So its first 24 hours has been very, very productive. It has allowed us to kind of catch up to a certain degree. We've got a whole bunch of different armor and tools. I mean, we're still rocking the iron, but I mean, I don't really care much about that because I'm not going in and fighting anything too dangerous anytime soon. But the tools to me is the most important part. So we've got the Fortune 3, we've got the Silk Touch, we've got the axe, the sword, the shovel, and currently an unenchanted hoe, but I'm not doing a lot of things that require a hoe at this moment in time. But yes, like I said, I will now cut to our pop-up shop in the shopping district. Alrighty, well here we are in what is the beginning of the shopping district. It's right behind Duke's house. So we've got this here, which I believe is going to be a meat mart where they're going to sell meat. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here's Duke's honey shop, which he hasn't currently got any honey in there. So Duke, get some honey. We all need it. We're going to need to whack some copper. He has got a slime shop down here as well. I think he's still figuring out the prices, but this will come in very handy because we will be building a lot of farms that will require like sticky pistons and that kind of thing. Then that will be very helpful. Miney here has set up the beginnings of a bookshop. I think the only thing she sells so far is mending. They are currently quite expensive. But it is the beginning of a season where emeralds are hard to come by, and if you haven't gone through and cured villages, the cost of them is just astronomical. So, at this early stages, it is justifiable. And here is my little pop-up shop. Here we are. So, it is quite expensive at the moment, because, like I said, it's the beginnings. We're working with what we've got, and if you want it, pay for it. If not, go out and get it yourself. So we've got the sniffer eggs here. They are 1 diamond block per egg. We've got the pitcher pods, which are 1 diamond per stack of 5. And it is the same with the torch flower seeds. So the Resolute members have got the option of creating their own sniffer farm, or if they can't be bothered doing all that, they can just go ahead and buy the flowers themselves. Oh, you scared the hell out of me. Buddy boy, that is cheeky. Where'd you go? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Show me the goods. Already got that. I've got most of this already. And the ones I don't have, I haven't actually got the main blocks for. So, thanks, buddy. No longer. Oh, I forgot the llama's attack straight off. Yeah, good. I crit these llamas. Hi. Ah. Oh, that was embarrassingly tragic. Is that mine? That is not mine. I've lost my horse. He's gone over there. Oh, that's another thing we've got on this game, is the mob head drops, which is fantastic, because I love collecting the mob heads, and you can prank people with them, you can use them for fun, or you can just use them to decorate, because it's kind of dark. And also, this is my horse. This is my horse, Skew. He's a good little fella. He is the love child of 2 of Duke's horses from the main area over there. Actually, I think it's over there. I'm not too sure. No, it is over here. Yes, it is over here. It's from Big Tex and Pepperoni, so this is their love child, Skew. And on my first day, I got tired of running around because I didn't have a food source, so I dug up some gold, got some carrots, and bred him. And Skew was the byproduct of that. Yeah, he's a good little horse. He has decent speed. He's got a decent enough jump. He's not the best. He could be a lot better. But in time, we will get a stronger and faster horse, and we will let Skew enjoy his retirement. And with that, that brings us to the end of our very first episode here on the Resolute SMP server. I want to thank you so much for joining me on this first episode, and I really look forward to what we will be able to kind of figure out and build within this area here, because I do kind of want to lean into this season doing a lot of custom terrain and kind of build my own worlds around it. Terrain building is not something I do a lot of because it kind of freaks me out. It's hard, it's difficult. You have to place so many blocks. You have to dig up so many blocks just to be able to place them again in the first place. But yeah, in our starting area, this is kind of what I have started to do and will continue to do in the first coming episodes of this season before we eventually branch out and start to do a bigger build just like everyone else. Yes, like I said, thank you for joining me on this very first episode. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. If you didn't, leave a comment, let me know why. Or not, because I don't like negative feedback. Please, just be nice. I'm just a little fella. But yeah, thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.